Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Janavalabha, Jaya Girivaradhari, Jaya Girivaradhari, Jaya Gopi Janavalabha, Jaya Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Jai Radha Shama Sundar, Radha Shama Sundar, Radha Shama Sundar, Radhe Radhe. Jaya Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radhe. Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki, Jai Shri Guru Maharaj ki. Welcome all to the Friday program, weekly program to ISKCON Manchester. I've seen many new faces today, and I wasn't expecting that. So if you don't mind, could you introduce yourself, please, so that I know who I'm referring to or who I'm calling out, starting with you. Yeah, okay. And you live in Manchester? Are you from Manchester? What do you do?
Hi, I'm Elle. I live in Manchester for uni, but I'm from Cornwall.
Ah, nice. Oh wow, that's very down south.
Very,
Isn't
very
it?
far south.
But I've heard it's lovely down there.
Yeah, it's really nice.
In summer especially. Oh, great. Okay.
Hi, I'm Kate. I also go to uni here.
Ah, brilliant. What courses are you in? Are you same uni or different? Or?
Same uni, yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
My name's Reese. I also study at uni here. Do event management.
Ah,
So
did
managing-
hospitality. Yay.
Yeah, sort of like that.
Yes, you are from university as well.
And I'm Eddie, again, a student.
What do you do, Eddie?
Illustration.
Ooh, interesting. Very nice. Enjoying it?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Rekha. This is my mum, Lakshmi.
Lakshmi.
She's staying with me for a while
Okay.
while I'm on holiday. I work at a music college at the moment.
Oh, RICM, right?
Yeah,
Ah,
on
nice.
Oxford Road.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I've just took a few weeks off and my mother has come to stay with me. So I've been taken to all the temples around South Manchester.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You from Burnley?
No, we're originally from Bolton.
Bolton.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, nice. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Fiach. I'm from Ireland,
Ireland,
and I'm a social care worker.
Social networker.
A
What
social care worker.
care worker. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Out of hearing.
Work
What do,
with- work with
what brings
kids.
you to Manchester?
I'm here to meet a friend, and
Ooh.
they're going to be sitting here hopefully soon. And they're here to see an uncle's arts installation, so we're over to kind of visit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, brilliant. She's been coming for a while. Okay, brilliant. So after the program, maybe you can connect with Madhav Kumar Prabhu, who's our guest reception for today. He will give you some little gifts that you come for the first time, and he will maybe make some special arrangement for you to jump the queue for the prasadam, so you can get the food first, and we'll get after. So okay, let's start with today's program. So before we actually start, we invocate some prayers, and the prayers are actually mentioned in the books that in front of you on page number 1, introduction. So if you can try to speak with me or chant with me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnana Jana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahiyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jutapad Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajahatam Sahagana Raghunatham Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vichakhanvitamsya. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenbandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanustute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaya Evacha Patita Nam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. So today's talk will be on chapter 3, verse number 11. So if you can recite after me. Chapter 3, verse 11. Okay. Page number 157, apparently. Please take one too. You must be cold and uncomfortable. Okay, so if you can all recite after me. Devan bhavyatanena te deva bhavayantu vaha devan bhavyatanena te deva bhavayantu vaha devan bhavyatanena te deva bhavayantu vaha parasparam bhavyantah shreyah parmavapashyatah parasparam bhavyantah shreyah paramapavasyantah parasparam bhavyantah Shreya Paramavapasyatha. So word to word translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Devan, demigods, Bhavyanta, having pleased, Anena, by this sacrifice, Te, those, Devaha, demigods, bhavyantu, will please, vaha, you, parasparam, mutually, bhavayantaha, pleasing one another, shreyah, benediction, param, the supreme, avapashyantaha, you will achieve. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The demigods, being pleased by sacrifices, will also please you, and thus by cooperation between men and demigods, prosperity will reign for all. Purport. The demigods are empowered administrators of material affairs. The supply of air, light, water, and all other benedictions for maintaining the body and soul of every living entity is entrusted to the demigods, who are innumerable assistants in different parts of the body of Supreme Personality of the Godhead. Their pleasures and displeasures are dependent on the performance of yajnas by the human being. Some of the yajnas are meant to satisfy particular demigods, but even in so doing, Lord Vishnu is worshipped in all the yajnas as the chief beneficiary. It is stated also in the Bhagavad-Gita that Krishna himself is the beneficiary of all kinds of yajnas. Bhoktram yajna tapasam. That's in chapter 5, verse 29. Therefore, ultimate satisfaction of the yajnapati is the chief purpose of all the yajnas. When these yajnas are perfectly performed, naturally the demigods in charge of the different departments of supply are pleased, and there is no scarcity in the supply of natural products. Performance of yajnas have many side benefits, ultimately leading to liberation from material bondage. By performance of yajnas, all activities become purified, as it is stated in the Vedas, Ahara suddhau sattva, suddhihi sattva suddhahu, dhruva smrit smritihi lambhe, sarva granthinim vipramokshaha. By performance of yajnas, one's eatable becomes sanctified, and by eating sanctified foodstuffs, one very existence becomes purified. By the purification of existence, finer tissue in the memory becomes sanctified. And when the memory is sanctified, one can think of the path of liberation. And all these combined together lead to Krishna consciousness, the great necessity of present day society. Srila Prabhupada ki. Wow, that is a really important verse in this chapter. And where Prabhupada has touched on different topics, and I will try my best to present this topic to you nicely in my own realization than what I've heard from my spiritual master and from my seniors. And if I am crossing the line, please forgive me. And and yeah, maybe later on you can kick me if you want. But to give you a bit of background, so this book is called Bhagavad-Gita as it is. And as you can see, the front cover pretty much explains itself. It's a battle scene, and where two dear friends, Lord Krishna and Arjuna, are having a conversation and also about to fight. So Arjun, the one who's on the backside of the chariot, had few questions, as he was very bewildered to see his own kinsmen and his own relatives, and he couldn't fight them all. And he approached to the Lord, that was his chariot driver, and he basically asked, what shall I do? I'm very confused. I can't do my duty. So this book is referred to as the manual of your human body or yourself or your life. After Bible is the most popular one. Do you know what's the second most popular? Nah. Think about it. Think hard. Huh? Nah, Prabhuji, you're far off. It's Harry Potter. Come on. How can you? It's like every household book's Harry Potter. Okay, forget second. Okay, what about third? Who was the number third? Yeah, you got it. You got it this time. Number third most sellable book in the world is Bhagavad-Gita. I know not a lot of people have not heard about it, but if you look into it, research into it, you will find lots of different universities actually making it absolute necessity for students to actually read it and to get the life lessons from it. So, chapter number 3 is actually called Karma Yoga. So, Karma Yoga, and what does it mean? It means the way to action and how to way to action, and that happened. The way to action and how to perform your action in the best possible manner. That's what Karma Yoga means. So karma means your day-to-day activities, or your the best way to put it is activities actually. And yoga is to actually connect with the Lord, the way to connect with the Lord. So hence the Karma Yoga means the way to action and how to perform your duties and actions in the best possible manner. So here Prabhupada is actually mentioning that demigods are empowered administrators of material affair. The supply of air, light, water, and all other benedictions for maintaining the body and soul of every living entity is entrusted to the demigods, who are innumerable assistants in different parts of the body of Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is actually very powerful if you think about it. In today's society, we all know where we are heading towards. A lot of people are actually going away from the path of spirituality, religion, and pretty much becoming a godless society. And everything they think is done by the nature. And yes, nature is there, and that is fine. But there is someone who's actually controlling that nature as well. There's not like, okay, a perfect sunsets happen, and a sunrise has happened, and it's happening day after day after day after day after. But there must be someone who's actually controlling the whole system. So, just like if you take an example of electricity is obviously natural power, but there is a powerhouse, and of course there is a resident engineer as well in the powerhouse who's controlling everything, who's controlling how much electricity to send where, in which house, in Manchester or the whole UK or whatever. So, similarly, everything that is supplied by nature, you take water, you take electricity, you take air, there is a controller. And that controller, in spiritual term, is the demigod. So demigod is actually the appointed person, administrator, like is explained, but by the Lord, and he's serving the Lord in a way. So sometimes people do ask, oh, why does in Hindu religion or Sanatana Dharma, there are so many gods? We don't know, we get confused. You know, there's a lady to worship, there's a lady on a lion to worship, or there's a personality with flute. So what do we do? There's so much to pray to. But if you think about it, and if you take this verse, for example, Prabhupada has really clearly explained that whatever you're getting, all the benediction for maintaining the body and soul, there's actually a demigod that is, controller of it. And he is then reporting to the manager, to the highest manager ever. So think of this as maybe a hotel, right? Let's take events or a hotel. So the person actually owning the property, in the case of, say, for example, take J.W. Marriott. So Mr. Marriott, he doesn't come personally to you and say, oh, I'm Mr. Marriott, how are you doing? You probably see his images, you probably see his lots of pictures, photographs, you read about him, and then that's how you get to know him. But then you see lots of supervisors, CEOs, managers, and head of one hotel or another hotel, and you refer back to them, oh, if he's like that, that means these are the values of this company, and this is how the actual hotels run. So if we are that intelligent, to take that as an example, what happens when it actually comes to our own life, and when it comes to actual realization? Then we actually fail in a way. We don't realize there's actually a perfect sunset, sunrise, the whole ecology of the system that's running around us. Nature is providing so many things. Do you not think we are very ungrateful that what we have got? And we are taking everything for granted. And deep down inside the heart, we know one day it's going to be, poof, everything's going to come to an end. What happens when you actually take too much advantage of someone? They retaliate. They retaliate in a way, cyclones, or tsunamis, or diseases, lots of accidents. Do you not think those are the actual reasons of your own doing? For example, plastic is a big issue right now, and people are littering plastic everywhere in oceans, here and there. Do you not think that's too much waste, and we are the actual one who are responsible for it? There's no one else who's responsible for it. We are the one who came on this earth, firstly, exploited the resources to the lastest bit, and we've still got a few more years left, and we don't care about everyone else. And we say, oh my God, God knows what's going to happen in future. Now, at the minute, we are, everything, there's no honesty in the world, everyone's a liar, this and that, whatever, not. And then we actually realize, hang on a sec, well, we are the actual who are responsible for it. But foolish people actually do think nature works automatically, but it actually doesn't. If you think about it, it actually doesn't. So-called scientists think everything is going automatically because, it is supposed to happen. It's supposed to the sun is supposed to rise, moon is supposed to come, and sun is supposed to give us heat. But just like a government affair are going automatically doesn't mean that you can break them. Maybe a child can think, right, that everything is going by itself, but if a person knows about the government, he will never agree. He'll say, no, that child is actually foolish. He doesn't know anything about it. And I know how it works, and I'll do the right thing. And this is the difference between being foolish and someone who knows things. So I think it's our absolute duty to know things, to know why did we come on this planet Earth. I mean, think about it. In scriptures, it's revealed out of 8,400,000 species, right? 400,000 are actual human beings, Homo sapiens. And there are only 400,000 forms of human life. And the rest 8 million are either bird, animals, beasts, different creatures living above you and below you. So what do you think? Who is providing them resources? We see a little ant or a little bird on the street, or a pigeon, or a stray dog, or a cat. Even they are surviving somehow or other. And yet we question the power of the nature, or the nature is just run by itself. Anyway, so when one knows that we have to satisfy one person, then that person is called demigod. So the demigod, the definition of demigod is the person who's in charge of giving us all the amenities, the sun, the heat, the moon, the wind, the air, and yet he will only use it not for himself, but he will actually reciprocate and give it to the Lord. So I'll explain it in a better way. So we have to satisfy. Therefore, Prabhupada is saying, therefore the yajnas are important. Sacrifices are important. Like, okay, for example, when you start getting paid, you automatically income tax is taken from your salaries, right? But sometimes you take cash in hand. You take some cash in hand jobs and you don't pay income tax on it, right? So what if someone finds out, okay, you're taking too much cash in hand and you're getting rich day by day, and he reports you, and then actually the income tax officer comes to your house and they're like, okay, we've got a report that you've taken too much money. You haven't paid taxes. It's exactly like that. So we are taking heat, we're taking rainwater, we're taking air, we're taking all the immunities from this nature, other things from nature. But do you not think that we need to pay any tax to it? Or any sort of like gratitude, or yes, ma'am.
You're saying we're not grateful.
Yeah.
Suggesting that a lot of people aren't grateful for it because they don't.
A lot of people. I don't think anyone is.
No, I'm sure some people are grateful. Definitely, it's too pessimistic to say that nobody is grateful.
You can't be grateful for like 1 second or 2 seconds, and then you forget about it. Then you move on. When something really dear happens to you, when you something that actually trembles your heart, you realize then, okay, there is someone that is more powerful than I am, and then hence I should be grateful for things that I've been given. And then, if you lose something, so if, for example, you lose your house, you lose all the relatives, extreme cases, right? Then you realize, oh my God, God, what are you doing? Why is this happening to me? Only then you realize, oh, hang on a sec, I'm still lucky to be alive. I'm still lucky that I've got food or clothes or something, air to breathe. So, yeah, we are grateful to some extent, but at the same time, on our day-to-day life, does anyone actually come to, not to the temple, but even at your own house, even in your own time, do you actually sit for 5 minutes and say, God, I'm very grateful to you, my gratitude to you? Yeah. Who does that? I mean, see, there's 2 people in the whole room, 3, okay. But if you were to walk out of this room into the street and say, are you grateful for things that you've got? They'll be like, what things? What are you on about? The things given to your nature. What is nature? What are you on about? What nature? I have accumulated that. I have done the hard work. I have done, it's me. All the centers, all the life center is literally me. Anyway, so that's what is enjoined in Vedic literature. When we read the philosophy from the East, when we realize, when we dive deep into philosophy, that's what we realize. Gratitude, being humble, being close to nature is not something that that can come naturally. Sometimes you need a kick to realize that how lucky we are to be the most intelligent race on this planet Earth. We're not animals. We know how to build a house. We know how to live in it. But yet, what we do, we keep exploiting, suck everything out of the earth and give nothing back. But so
That is a challenge.
challenge for what?
I think what you were saying as a whole to me it looks like it's a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking when you were saying, oh, if nature is being sent out of balance now, yes, on the whole, that is happening, and there are groups. Maybe it's a minority, but I think there are groups.
Yeah, of course there are. I mean, we as a temple, we are a
Save the
group.
planet. There are people.
That's
trying
what I'm
to
saying.
save
So
the
there are a lot of groups, and the realizations only happened now. What was happening before then? There was plenty of everything. We weren't bothered about it. We were like, it's fine. Plenty of petrol, plenty of diesel. Let's pollute the air. And only then we realized, oh, hang on a sec. We need to drive electric cars. What if we use lots of resources and we've got nothing left for our future generation? But that's only happening now. Imagine if you are saying now is minority, right? Minority of the group of amount of people on this planet Earth are actually thinking like this. Okay, let's talk about in 50 years' time. What if that minority actually diminishes more? People don't realize who they are, what and keep exploiting. And I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who live YOLO. You only live once, so you don't care about others. So there are plenty of other people in this world who actually think that way, that this is one life, I'm going to enjoy it to the full, you don't live again. Yeah, that is correct, you don't live again, so why don't you utilize it to do something better? Anyway, moving ahead. So this is the process, but unfortunately, people are unaware of it. And like I said before, and like Prabhupada saying as well, that some of the yajnas are meant to satisfy particular demigods, but even in so doing, Lord Vishnu is worshipped in all the yajnas and is the chief beneficiary. So one may ask, okay, fine, even if you say, or if Prabhupada is saying, live this way, live the green way, what will happen? What will I attain out of it? What will I get out of it? And if I do a lot of sacrifices, a lot of yajnas actually mean sacrifices. So the term used in Sanskrit is yajnas. So there are, I wanna tell you the different ages. So we've got 4 different yugas. Yuga means the time. So, and every yuga has its own years, how many years that's gonna last, and a type of meditation or type of yoga that was recommended to the age. So, for example, the very first one was called Satya Yuga. The name Satya itself says it was the age of truth. People were very, very sober, very calm. They lived for ages. Ages as in like thousands and thousands of years, because everything was so pure on this earth. So they didn't exploit, and that lasts 1,728,000 years. That lasts that many years, human life. And in that sort of yuga, that sort of age, the meditation that was actually recommended, that was meditation on the Supreme Lord. So that means you go in the jungle and sit down and you just meditate. That's it, nothing else. You just close your eyes and you think about nothing. And when you think about nothing, eventually you will think about Lord Vishnu. And then came Treta Yuga. After Treta Yuga is Dwarpa, and then the final one is Kali Yuga. So for Treta Yuga, the recommended type of meditation was fire sacrifices. So at that time, lot of priests, lot of pandits, lot of brahmins, they used to do big fire sacrifices. But do you think that is possible now? Yeah, we do some sort of fire sacrifices. If you buy a new house, you do a housewarming ceremony, a very traditional way. You do weddings and this and that. And there are actually 16 types of yajnas that is recommended in everyone's life. Let's not go in, that's another topic. But fire sacrifices were recommended. And in those fire sacrifices, used to last for days, like hundreds, 200 days. They'll keep putting the butter in, ghee in, and all the ingredients to satisfy the Lord. So that was kind of practice that was recommended. And that's how you will actually attain the Lord, the real purpose of life. And then came Dwarpa Yuga. So in Dwarpa Yuga, the worship was what he was performing right now. So he was offering some things to the Lord. So it was temple deities, temple services, and it was all about pleasing the Lord in this form. And the final is Kali Yuga. So this is the age that we are living in. Kali means the age of quarrel. Everyone's quarreling about, bickering about stuff. I mean, imagine not even a husband and wife can live together. That's the age that we are in right now. And they've got issues. And then they seek counselors. Then they divorce and whatever not. So in this age, the dharma or the way you will attain the real knowledge is Sankirtan. Sankirtan means that you sit in a closed circle or you sit in a congregation and you chant out the name of the Lord, like we were chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And we might say, or someone might say, but why only this? Why only this Maha Mantra is recommended? Well, the word Maha Mantra itself reveals itself. Maha means the greatest, and Mantra means, it's actually divided into two syllables, Man and Tra. So Man means your mind and Tra means to let it go. So the mantra that will let go your mind, it'll free your mind from all the anxieties, all the problems, and it'll give you ultimate bliss and happiness. So hence, it's recommended in scriptures that if you chant this mantra, you will see the result. And in scriptures as well, there's actually quite famous verse, Hariranama, Hariranama, Hariranama Keva Evalam, and Kalau Nasteva, Eva Nasteva, Nasteva, Naste Gatiranyata. That means for spiritual progress in this age of Kali, there is no alternative. There is no alternative. There is no alternative to the holy name, to the holy name, to the holy name of the Lord. So it's taken from, I'm speaking from one of the very famous scriptures called Chaitanya Charita Amrita. It's verse number 76, chapter 7. And coming back to the topic, right at the end, Prabhupada actually mentions here that performance of yajnas or sacrifices has many side benefits, ultimately leading to liberation from material bondage. By performance of yajnas, all activities becomes purified. As it is stated in the Vedas, Ahara Sudhau, Sattva Sudhau. And by performance of yajnas, one's eatable becomes sanctified. I think that is the most important part of the whole purpose. That performance of yajnas has many side benefits. And one of the benefits that Prabhupada is actually mentioning is when you offer, sacrifice and sanctified food, eating sanctified food, it actually purifies your finer tissues in the memory. And once your body and your mind is sanctified and is purified, then you'll be able to understand and you'll be able to realize who we are, why we are here. And maybe then you'll realize the ultimate goal. And when you actually realize the ultimate goal, only then the whole talk that we were doing in the beginning, how people are exploiting, only then that will actually, cancel out. That it will, once you know who you are, then I think you will know why and how not to exploit something that's been given to us and not to take things for granted. So, like that, there's another very important point actually. In this day and age, one might say, okay, I pray to this demigod, that demigod, and there's actually, you have to understand that it is very hard to satisfy all the demigods differently. Because everyone's got their own processes, and of course we only live barely 100 years. So we haven't got that much time and resource and energy to be pleasing 33 million, right? 33 million. 300,000 different administrators and then reach to the ultimate goal. So we have to go through all those number of people in order to reach to the goal, that is Krishna. So we haven't got that much time to be really looking after, okay, if he has said this process, it will go, okay, I'll follow this, I'll follow that. And like that, 300,000 is a lot. So, and to be honest, if you go out, people are actually harassed by a lot of fake gurus these days, a lot of fake people trying to portray themselves as spiritualists. So you can get harassed. So the best thing is to satisfy the Supreme Lord directly. So if you know the process, that is the chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, then why not we chant and reach back to the home, back to Godhead? I think that's the most easiest part. rather than we trying to satisfy all those little administrators and then going to the main part. It's better just to actually chant the Mahamantra and reach back to Godhead. I mean, also, there's another point that Prabhupada actually mentioned in one of his lectures, that because we are so fallen in this age, the simple chanting of glorification of the Lord will equal to the performances of all kinds of sacrifices. In Bhagavatam, it's actually mentioned in one of the verses in Canto 11. Prabhupada mentions that Yajna hi sankirtan prair yajanti hi sumedasha. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting of worship, the incarnation of Godhead. So hence, I think I've given enough proofs and enough stances from different scriptures that actually proves and that actually says how we should just really practice and actually chant in congregation the holy name of the Lord. On this note, I will end and I'll take any questions if you have, because I'm conscious we're running out of time. Any questions or comments or any additions to this? Yes, Prabhu.
Do you think it was necessary for us to kind of, how there's more people coming conscious, and there's obviously a lot of people who are unconscious as well, but
Sorry, say that again. I've just lost the track.
Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Do you think it was necessary to have like so much turmoil in our existence now for people to actually come alive and be conscious? Do you think like the bad, the chaos, the war, whatever it might be, do you think like those things were necessary for us to become aware and become alive, that we were asleep for so long and it took those kind of drastic kind of negative things to really realize that there's another side?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right. And to answer this question, I would say that in a way, yes, because sometimes people actually need that kick or slap in the face, that wake up, there's a life, not just you, but around you, and there's a whole wide world. And my Guru Maharaj always says, and of course he refers to Prabhupada, that in this world, everyone's divided into three modes of nature: mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. So there might be a chance that those people who actually don't realize who they are into mode of passion or mode of ignorance, and they're very passionate towards 9-to-5 job and they want to earn lots of money. But one thing that they don't realize, the downfall of it, is that they're losing their precious young age, and they're going to be 50, they're going to be sitting on the couch, oh dear, I can't move, I don't know what to do with myself. Okay, maybe invest in a club. Okay, let's go to, I don't know, whatever them kind of people do. So they might be very ignorant. They might be in very much mode of ignorance. So everything is in mode of ignorance. And that's why, in order for you to cut this cycle, you have to chant, you have to pray, you have to find the real purpose of your life. And only then you'll realize and you'll come to the level of mode of goodness, where you'll actually be revealed to yourself, your Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, who's sitting within your heart, your Paramatma. We always say, right, oh, your body is your temple, treat it well, you are what you eat, so make sure you eat nicely, you look after yourself. And yet, we eat meat, we eat on dead people, we eat dead animals, and I don't understand the,
We don't, but some people.
I'm saying we as in a human race, I'm not saying we as in Hare Krishnas, but we are saying as we as in human race, because you should not be just thinking about yourself, you should be thinking about others and benefit of others. So hence we go on the street wearing, some people call them bed sheets, and try to distribute books, say please, read this manual for life, it'll change your life, and become conscious about who you are, why you're here. So we have been mocked in a lot of movies, lot of different lifestyles, and it is fine. At least that way, people are actually chanting, and people will eventually come to the level of goodness or the platform of goodness. And once they actually come onto the platform of goodness, then they'll realize what have they missed, or what golden opportunity that have they missed. because it is totally prescribed and it's totally given in scriptures that in Kali Yuga, the maximum age when this Yuga comes to the peak, the maximum age of human race will be only 20 years. After 20 years, you'll die. 20 years will be 80 years at that time. And there will be no food left because we are exploiting so much. We are not being grateful enough. There will be no food left. The only thing that will be left is meat. You'll be eating each other. And that's the extreme, like when you tip the whole thing to the extreme, that's what's going to happen. And we can actually see that this is actually happening in a way. If you go to China or little Asian countries, you can see those people are actually eating dogs, hogs, whatever come their way, snakes. You name an animal, they're eating it. I heard a few years back they're opening an insect shop in London. And I was like, really? They don't now get enough protein from milk or anything else that they have to eat insects? That's horrible. Sorry, did that answer your question? Yeah, sorry.
I want to contrast though.
Yeah, sure.
I want to put the bright side, if that's okay. That
Yeah, sure.
Krishna consciousness is increasing. More people are coming. New people have come here today.
Of course.
And we had some wonderful talks on Friday and Saturday in the temple by Gandhari Mataji, and she was telling us stories of many other countries in the world, and what is happening in the temples. And she was talking about Vaishnavashram. Varnashram. And it's like a development of the
It's basically village
communes.
life. So it's basically being self-sustainable. So Varnashrama is one of the prescribed duties, and it was actually started in Satya Yuga. And in Satya Yuga, the culture of Varnashrama starts. So Varna means jungle, and Ashrama means that you're home. So you actually live a very, very cultured life. So you live in a little hut. You only use what you need, and you give it back to earth. That's the nutshell of it. And Prabhupada has actually instructed all his disciples, all his grand disciples, that we should be actually living a very self-sustainable life. Don't overuse things that you actually don't need. If you can grow a crop, you should be actually growing it yourself. And that's what he has always promoted. There is a lot of bright side to it, Mataji. But at the same point, the downside is in Kali Yuga, in 10,000 years down the line, this movement is actually supposed to come to an end. And that's how Lord has planned it. So we can only try. We are trying at least for that long time, for another however much years are left, we are trying to enlighten people so that people actually come to this platform and people actually realize that how good the life is. I mean, see, people might say, oh, Hare Krishnas have changed life, they are a cult or they are this or that. Yes, we do brainwash people in a very good way, because we actually teach you how to become a human being, how to respect others, how to respect your own race that you actually take in life of. We've got the perfect solution to end wars, to end calamities, to end all the disturbances around the world. But that's only up to a personal, if you are not in mode of passion, if you're not going too much after money, or if you're not going too much after the goal that's not recommended by the scriptures, then you will be totally fine. Everyone will be fine, and everyone will have no problems or no quarrels in this world. But that's not the plan. The plan of the Lord of Krishna is that in this age, everyone will fight, and everyone will literally destroy themselves to the point where there's nothing left on here. And then reset mode will happen. So, Mataji, you might say anything or everything, but at the same time, there's a lot of bright side to it, but at the same time, we have to try our best.
So I'm just seeing that there is light and there is dark, and
of course.
You are describing the people what the ignorance is. I'm
describing what's happening in today's world right now.
I mean, you're delivering Prabhupada's teachings very nicely. You're showing people what they will get and why it is good for them to come here or to open his books and read them, because then they will connect with the light, and so they will gradually remove their ignorance. And so I think there is light and there is dark, and yes, so you can choose where you want to be.
Absolutely. That's the two sides of the coin, really. You can't see that Mataji just said you've got the choice to make. So you either pick another side or you pick that side. So yes, you can have some sort of balance. I'm not saying, give up your life, give up everything. You have to be here 4 o'clock in the morning, not go home till 9:30 in the night. No, it's okay. You can do that from your own place. You can do that in your own. You can practice in your own time. We all have got jobs. I work full time. Prabhuji works full time. He works full time. That doesn't mean that we don't live life. We live our life the way we want to. But at the same time, we keep Krishna in the center. We sanctified food. We sanctify the food that we eat, and we just be in a Krishna consciousness, in mode of goodness. We try our best not to be so much taker that we're not giving back to the society. And that's what this whole movement is all about. This consciousness is just to really wake you up that please, there is a very bright side to life. Please look up to it. But on this note, take more question. Okay. Oh, acha. Okay, Prabhu. Any other questions? Yes, Mataji.
So, Prabhu, about eating,
It should be recorded. I'm joking.
Prabhu, about eating meat.
Yes,
right?
Mataji.
Now, there are other religions that before they kill an animal, they pray. That's how the Muslim call halal.
Yes.
They did a prayer, and then that food is sanctified. So once the meat is sanctified, is it a sin to eat it still?
If I take someone's life and I say, oh God, I've taken someone's life, please bless this poor soul, but from my own belly, I want to eat it. How is that justified? How can you take someone, what right have you got to kill someone just for your own good?
But some religion believe that God has provided animals as a consumption for human beings. So as long as we don't kill the animal for fun, like you said.
But that's what it looks like right now in today's world, that people are actually just killing.
No, I personally think that, I spoke to one of the anesthetists, consultant anesthetists at the temple, Gandhi Hall, and he said to me, well, we are constantly killing all the time, because when we are walking on a footpath, we are walking over animals, insects and all that, so we constantly killing them. And another thing is, when you're boiling water, when you're breathing in the air, you breathe in the air, and then you breathe out. So you are destroying, oxygen and carbon dioxide.
I'd like to tell you that there's some level of consciousness in all the living beings. So human being the most intelligent and the most level of consciousness is in human beings. And we have got the right and we've got that consciousness to think what is right and what is wrong and use our intelligence and not follow something foolishly or follow something because other person are saying, yes, you've got a very valid point. This is on point. But at the same time, one might say there's thousands of organisms in your own body, bacteria, so you stop living, kill yourself. You can't do that, right?
Exactly.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And another thing is when we are boiling water,
yes,
when we are bacteria, we are killing bacteria.
So
bacteria is alive.
At the same time, okay, Prabhuji.
So, Mataji, we are the followers of Krishna. We are the devotees of Krishna. And we follow Bhagavad-Gita. Yeah? So, we joined in a university, and the university has a syllabus. Okay? We follow the syllabus, right? Yeah. For example, if I am a student of Manchester University, I cannot follow the syllabus of some Leeds or London University. A simple logic. Yeah. In the same way, we are following the University of Krishna, and the syllabus is Bhagavad-Gita, right? In Bhagavad-Gita, Krishna clearly mentioned, you offer me water, flower, leaf, okay? Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Okay? Right now offering is going on inside. Okay? We don't eat anything without honoring the same to the Lord. Okay? And whatever Lord asks us, instructs us to offer him, we offer him and we take it. Right? So Krishna is saying Patram pushpam phalam toyam, which means he excluded meat, something, alcohol, meat, coffee, tea, so on, so on. He excluded. He doesn't like to take. As a devotee of him, as a respect and devotion towards him, we are just following it. Right? Even leaf plants have life. Yeah? But since we are offering to Krishna, as per his instructions, we don't get any sin. Yeah? But it is not the case with meat. Krishna clearly said, you offer me patram pushpam phalam toyam. So he clearly said, you avoid meat eating. Yeah, that's a simple logic. Same question asked, to one of our senior devotees in one program. Okay, all the people surrounded him are meat eaters, and they asked him, why, you are missing so many things. You are not eating meat. He gave very simple logic. He cannot tell a big philosophy or Bhagavad-Gita. It's Sishashtagam Prabhu. Sishashtagam Prabhu. So Sishashtagam Prabhu, he said a simple thing. I love my Guru, my spiritual master. And my spiritual master told me, avoid meat and you follow Krishna. Since I love him, I am just following. Yeah? If he says, okay, you don't eat this one, you eat this one, I just follow. That's the Guru Bhakti. Yeah? So, we don't follow the University of Bible or we don't follow the University of Quran. We follow the University of Bhagavad-Gita, which is a simple thing. Yeah? So, as a follower of Krishna, we just follow his instructions. Right? That's it. Because Krishna has given a guarantee. You follow my instructions and you have no fear and you will not come back to this material world. We are simply following. So if we keep this logic in our mind, these questions, we need not worry about these questions. Some people, we cannot, people argue, even plants have life. Yeah, when you are walking, you are stepping on insects. Yeah, there is no other alternative, isn't it? Yeah. So, yes, Tej.
Yeah, as Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, so if you are going to do anything, just take a suggestion from 10 people and think about that for 10 times. So, is a right, I think so. So don't go blindly, just follow the suggestion of that. So what my question is, if I still follow the Bhagavad Gita, it's my wish to eat chicken, mutton or anything. So still I think I'm not wrong. If still...
We cannot live as per our wish. Yeah, we need to live as per Lord's wish. Okay, like Prabhuji mentioned, we have two options. Yeah, either to live materially or to follow spiritual practice. Yeah, yes, Mata.
Is that true that you're saying you choose to eat chicken? Is that what you're saying, or is you saying it's just an example?
But how is that following to dharma, Prabhuji?
No,
How is that? Sorry, Matari. How is that following to dharma? When you are killing someone for your own good?
I'm not saying it particularly for me, sir.
No, just a general.
No,
just a
no,
general
I'm not.
comment.
I'm not.
I got it,
It's
I
a,
got
it's.
it.
I'm just a generalizing way.
Yeah, of course.
So, as you said, Vasudhaika Kutumbam or Sanatan Dharma. So when you follow Sanatan Dharma, you don't have you don't raise your words or anything, actions against anybody. It's up to their individual wish or call. They can follow their own wish or anything. So as you said, like Krishna asked us to follow his own diet plan.
Yes.
What his diet plan he followed in his life. So we are good with that, and that our body is suitable for that, and we follow the same diet.
Yes.
So when you are against to the climates, against to the something, see basically, how can I say it?
If you're in cold.
If you are in minus 30 degrees temperature, then obviously you have to, you can't take vegetables or you take potatoes.
To warm yourself.
You take potatoes to warm your body.
Okay.
So for nutritional benefits, I'm saying, not.
So nutritional benefit, you think in being a vegetarian is less?
I think it's this diet plan is suitable for Indian climate and in that temperature.
But I'm a personal trainer. I'm a dietitian.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I would love to know. I'm not debating it.
No.
I
I can guide you if you want a pure vegetarian diet and be a bodybuilder. Yeah, I can tell you. I can tell you how to be warm. Don't worry.
Still doesn't make sense. So
yeah.
I don't think there is any good argument for eating chicken. I personally don't think that. I have been a vegetarian for quite a long time. And no, I just want, no. Well,
no.
okay,
Prabhuji,
so I just want to make a statement. I'm not making any statement against you. I'm just making
We're
a
not
statement.
pinpointing you, Prabhuji, don't worry. We're not picking on you.
I just want to make a statement that it's Krishna consciousness is the highest consciousness.
Matari, that is fine, but his question is different. His
come.
question is different.
So
he's asking in a very general sense that what do you do in a practical way, right? In a practical way, if you have to warm up or if you think that is too much cold, what do you do? Prabhuji, I'll tell you, don't worry. There's so much you can do.
Teja, that's a good question and people need to know. Yeah.
Matari, that is, of course, the way they market stuff that these days they portray in a little plastic bag. Oh, it's chicken, good for you.
You might be tempted by a tin of fish. You know, you might think, well, why can't I eat that? And then you just remind yourself.
No, of course. See, that comes with association. That comes with power of association and who you're associating with. And then sadhu sangha. Sadhu sangha means if you want to be a great, Prabhupada gives this example always. If you want to be a great drinker, then you hang out with people who drink a lot. Then you'll have a capacity of a big tanker. But if you want to be a sadhu, if you want to be a monk, you hang out with who? You hang out with monks. And then your nature and your activities will be like a monk. Of course, you can be a grihastha, like I'm a grihastha, like Prabhuji is a grihastha. We've got kids, he's got kids, you see, all the kids were running around here. Of course, you can choose a middle path. You don't have to renunciate your life. Nah, Baba, we are not asking you to. Stay where you are, but keep Krishna in the center and practice.
So, just one point, Prabhupada has given the example of thunderbird. Thunderbird means chatak pakshi. Yeah? Prabhupada said a devotee must be like a thunderbird. What does this thunderbird do? This thunderbird, it flies very high in the sky and it drinks water only from sky. The water coming from sky, only it drinks that water. Okay? If there is no rain, it just waits for rain. Okay? It won't come on the earth and drink water. Okay? That's its nature. So Prabhupada said, if a soul wants to practice spiritual life sincerely, and fully. Yeah? Krishna conscious life means anukulasya sankalpa pratikulasya vivarjitaha. Means follow whatever is favorable to Krishna and reject whatever is not favorable to Krishna. That is bhakti, basically. Yeah? So if the soul of course, we can't practice in a overnight. Yeah. So there are so many struggles, hurdles. Even from Bhagavatam also, so many devotees' life histories we can see. Yeah. But if the soul wants to practice spiritual life, it's not like, okay, 50% I follow spiritual life and 50% I follow, like I enjoy material life, like that. But as we practice more, the soul enjoys Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada said, we should get to a point where the soul should follow 100% spirituality. Means the mind should fill with 100% Krishna consciousness. Yeah? It may not happen overnight, it may not happen in one lifetime, but that sincere desire should be there. Yes, there are so many hurdles like health problems or weather problems. ISKCON temples are there all over the world in so many countries, yeah, even Western countries. Yeah, most of all ISKCON devotees, they follow this vegetarian prasadam and all. Yeah, like Prabhuji mentioned, we need to take suggestions from saintly people, yeah, Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, and raise such questions. How can I do in such scenarios? And these Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, they will guide us. For example, if you are in a cold country, what type of food you take? He is a sadhu, and of course, again, he is a dietitian.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have a spiritual master, and we have Jagat Guru like Prabhupada. Okay. So all these gurus, all our scriptures, if we take their shelter, they will guide us. So we need not worry. So that's the, in brief. Yes, definitely problems will be there. If you know, maybe some of you might know the story of Prahalad Maharaj.
I was thinking the same.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same.
Age of 5.
His dad wanted to kill him.
His own father wants to kill him because he is worshipping the Lord. But he is very stubborn. Yeah. So when we are in the association of devotees, we will learn from them.
They also, Prabhuji's struggle of Prabhupada. He was age of 69, he came to the West with 40 rupees in his pocket. 40 rupees means 40p in his pocket, and he left India on a cargo ship where he had 2 heart attacks and he survived somehow. And he had a trunk full of books, that's it, nothing else, no possessions. And he was freezing. In America at that time, it would go minus 40, minus 30 because 1900s, 60s were really cold. And he would just have like a thin dhoti, and he would just wear 2 or 3 coats. And he was robbed so many times, he was pushed around so many times. But for 1 year, he had a big struggle. He was struggling. Imagine a 69-year-old man in a Western country that he's never been, just because he wanted to fulfill his spiritual master's desire. And then after 10 years, what a success he had.
Because he had profound faith.
Of course, he never gave up his main dharma, his main religiosity. He never gave up that.
He's a spiritual example. He's an example of spiritual power.
But Mataji, we have to take example from his life.
Yeah. His true spiritual power.
Yes. And that's he's set an example in the world.
So, if we know the Siddhanta of karma, yeah, whatever we do worship, we may get some punya, and whatever we eat meat or whatever, those type of things, okay, we will get that karma also. Good karma, bad karma, both the soul will get.
It will come biting you for sure.
Yeah. So for good karma, they will get that good results in the next life. For bad karma, the soul has to suffer. Both are there. But bhakti means it neutralizes both good and bad. So Krishna told in Bhagavad-Gita, it's your option. Krishna is not forcing us. Krishna clearly said, your free will. This is the concept of bhakti, but you follow as per your conscience. If you want to follow as you like, yes, you follow. But you are the responsibility for that bad karma. I don't interfere. And you will enjoy your good results. I don't take. But if you follow my words strictly, okay, I will take care of you from all bad results. Yeah. And I will take your good results also. And I will give you eternity. That's the concept of Karma Siddhanta. Okay. Thank you very much. A wonderful
discussion. It was a very
discussion. These interactive sessions are very, very important, so that everyone will learn. In class, if one person asks a question, I always used to tell Mataji, Okay, we encourage people asking questions, because if one person asks the question, everyone will get benefit. Yeah. No.
Thank you for asking.
No. You are welcome, to ask questions, so that everyone will get benefit. So I saw some new faces. Who came to temple first time today?
Prabhu, I've asked
Could
them
you please?
already. I've asked
You
them.
asked?
Yeah, Madhu Kumar Prabhu will look after them.
Okay, that's done. Yeah. Yeah. Mataji, while taking prasadam, we'll discuss. While taking prasadam,
It'll be a
I'll
long
explain.
discussion otherwise.
Yeah.
Not fair.
Okay. So. I know. Prabhu is in kitchen. He's helping in kitchen. To us. He was the first. Tej, could you please introduce yourself?
Oh, he came late. Okay.
No, he was in kitchen. He is the first one who came. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, please introduce to. Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Haribol.
Good to see you all. I'm Teja. I came here for my master's, which is in Preston, UCLan.
Preston?
Preston. I'm doing my maintenance engineering there. So that's all.
Nice. So you came for the weekend, or you gonna go back, or what's it?
I just came for my weekend here.
Oh wow, nice.
I'm just going to move to Manchester next month, because my visa is going to end in 4 months.
Nice.
So I'll move here.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I will hang out here. And
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for coming. Oh wow, half sick.
He was the first one who
dedication.
came, and he is helping kitchen. Thank you, Tej.
Thank you for coming.
For your wonderful service.
Thank you for bearing me. If I've said anything wrong, please, I beg you to forgive me. And thank you all for coming. And yeah, food time. Yeah, Prashadam.
Yeah. So our next festival is in December first week. We have Gita Jayanti. Yeah. So December 6th, Saturday, we celebrate the same in Jain temple, where the Gita Havan will be there. And we recite all Gita slokas in Sanskrit. Okay. And Sunday, again, we celebrate the same in temple. We read the whole Bhagavad-Gita. Okay. So that's in first week of December. Please don't miss. And if you want to be part of that Gita Yajna, give your names to me. There is some nominal fee, and you can sit in Yajna, and you can perform Yajna also. Okay. So please tell everyone, and don't miss that program. Also, we have 31st evening also we have program. 31st night, 7 till 10, 11 we have program here. Then we go to city center and do Harinam. That we will announce again later. Okay. So Prabhu, Prashadam. Yeah. So Prashadam prayers. Just half. Yeah. Mahaprashade Govinde. Namo Brahmani Vaishnave. Swalpa Punya Vratam Rajan. Vishwasone Vrjayate. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Sri Advaita Gadadhar. Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrunda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Krishna Prasadam ki. Prasadam will be served next.